and as we round Oshit corner we'll be taking the non-motorway route over to the Kabin for dinner, and then very probably heading to Daniel's mill for a cuppa and a slice of cake, as you do when it's a Sunday and the sun's out. But first of all, we've got both a pedal file and an os, and as is the normal with an os, quiet as you can, slowly and as wide as you can. Right, that's the os out the way. Now let's get past the pedal file. And there's our new incinerator in all its glory. And it's underneath the M5 we go. And coming up on the right there, a mural of Malcolm X. It appears red lights don't apply to some people. House flats on the right there, that's Alfred Gunn House. I used to work there when I was in the lift trade, and it appears they've made it look very similar to the new incinerator. There you go. That must be this year's must-have look. And at Romsley, very sneakily there, hiding under the trees, is a revenue generating van. Oh, sorry, a safety camera van. No, I'm not going to say what I really think. There's a few windfall apples in the road, which my front wheel can't really avoid. But I'll tell you what, I wish you could smell it, because it just made me want an apple pie as soon as I got over there. And it's over the River Severn at Stourport. And then through Bewdley, and judging by the surface water on the road here, we must have just missed a very heavy shower, which is a bit of good fortune. And here we are, rolling up at the Kabin in glorious sunshine, and the car park is barely damp. Right, I'm trying out a new kind of turntable that rotates in roughly 20 seconds rather than an hour. I think 20 seconds is a bit too quick, so I shall try and find some way of slowing it down, but it's all work in progress. But roughly that's what it looks like at a frame rate of 25 per second, which I think may be a bit slow for this. And here it is sitting on the fence post at the Kabin, where I must say, once again, it was the chicken burger and chips, and it was thoroughly enjoyable. Not really a smooth rotation, but there's not a lot I can do about that. But we'll see. They might improve as time goes on. And because it runs on a standalone battery, it can be taken in the calf. You can see now the image is a bit blurry. It does want the frame rate turning up a bit. But there we go. Folks enjoying their dinner inside the Kabin cafe. And because the motor is not polarity conscious, you swap the wires over and it rotates in the opposite direction, if that's what you wish to do. And our next port of call, just down the road, the Witch on the Water tea rooms at Daniel's Mill. And apparently I ran over Mark's foot as I went into park there. I do apologise. And whilst waiting for the coffee and cake to arrive, we give the camera another whiz round. Yep, I dare say I'll take it a bit further up and try it in a minute. And here we are, view of the mill from a bit further up the path. And there's the railway bridge. And as you can see, there's a fly just landed on the lens. And there's the prototype turntable. Electric motor shoved in the top of a mustard jar, powered by a little standby battery. And you can just about make out the fly on the lens as it came round there. Just as a quick test, when I got back home, I upped the frame rate from 30 per second to 100 per second. And I think it makes for a smoother image as it goes round. But there again, we'll find out the next time I use it seriously. This is just a test. Time to head for home before the rain comes down. It has gone a bit black over Bill's mother's, as they say. And as we approach Shit Corner, it ain't been a bad day. A little bit of roadworks in Sedgley meant we had to divert along the Birmingham New Road for a bit. That weren't a problem. The rain, we did manage to miss it. We can see where it had been, but we never actually got wet, which is a good thing. So I suppose, until the next time, see you later.